Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. I'm Ashley, and today I wanted to talk with you about another teaching tip that has really empowered me in my life, and I wanted to share that one with you today. And it is that there are no mistakes, only experiences. And by reframing what you would normally think of as a mistake or a waste of time or something that has set you back and you're not where you want to be in life, by reframing that and shifting your perspective and choosing to see that as, an experience that has benefited you in some way, just puts you right back into the driver's seat, right? And we all want to feel more empowered and more peace and more joy and more love and more fulfillment. And so I this teaching to me is so powerful because, of course I didn't always live with this perspective, right? I went through phases in my life where, I definitely, saw things as like horrible or unfair and, you know, saw myself as a victim. But when I really started to see and embrace and understand that life is always happening for you, not to you, it just instantly takes you out of ever being a victim. And it is just so, so deeply empowering to realize that everything that comes into your life is there for you in some way, shape, or form. Every lesson, every challenge, every wonderful experience, right? It's all there for your soul's expansion, right? Your soul is always seeking growth, right? Not always comfort. And it is through those very challenging, difficult times that you learn how strong you are. You learn how resilient you truly are, how brave, how courageous, right? Um, it's when you get stuck in that victim mentality of, you endure something really difficult, and if you stay with that definition of like this was just terrible and it was unfair and it's set me back, and you just hold on to this resentment and this anger and this grudge and this anger and blame, you know you're not allowing that difficult challenge to help you, right? You're just staying stuck. And so by choosing to see every challenge, every setback as an experience, right? Don't label it bad or negative or a setback, right? Label it as an experience, right? It's just choosing an elevated perspective that really will add to your wealth of the wealth of your inner wisdom. So this teaching again to me was just so powerful, right? It just puts you right back into the driver's seat. It makes you feel so much more empowered. And I love it because you just get to choose how you're going to respond, right? You get to choose what label, what meaning you give every single experience in your life. So, as I've mentioned before, life happens for you, not to you, and you're really never a victim because you get to consciously choose how you're going to define that and then what you're going to do with it, right? Just like every emotion you have or feel is valid and, you know, okay. There's no wrong emotions. You got to feel your feelings to heal them, as they say. Let them pass through you. And then you consciously choose what to do, right? Your emotions are your internal guiding system, but you can pause and not react. You can consciously choose how you're going to respond to any given circumstance in your life, right? Like, it can awaken you to take aligned action that you need to take or to walk away from something that you feel is not right for you. So, you know what you focus on and the meaning that you give it is the reality that you create. So by applying that perspective of there are no mistakes, just experiences, that is focusing on and creating a reality that you choose, right? You chose to see it as something beneficial, something that is going to enhance your wisdom, your strength, your compassion. It's going to expand your awareness, right? Like, you get to choose what label or what definition you give to every experience. So by choosing to see it as not a waste of your time, not a setback, not a disaster, right? Labeling it as a beneficial experience to you in some way, shape, or form is just making you feel more empowered. So, um, I hope that this teaching helps you and inspires you and helps you maybe reshift things that are going on in your life that are difficult. And I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.